Hello, GDL. Welcome to the GDL2 player review. I am joined by CapnPooky and Fish.
Hello.
Oh. Yo, what's up?
And my name is FlyingLeo, so I'm a new face. Hello.
He's a new face who's able to record, so here he is.
Tobias caught poker us and can't be with us.
Yeah, but I only know how to hit play, so... But I've done that much. But we're here to talk about all the teams, starting with... this guy's actually kind of shit. Whose team is this?
Yeah, don't like this guy's team.
I think it's the Glasgow Golbats by the looks of things.
Oh, man.
This guy was first pick and he got a Golbat?
Yeah.
That's true, he's a funny guy.
I'm gonna be honest, I was looking at all the mons on the tier list and I had no clue what I wanted, so I picked Golbat and I waited till it got back to me.
Seriously though, this team, honestly, is pretty good. The speed tiers are pretty shit. Look at that, Magmortar is the third fastest mon on this team. What's going on there?
Golbat's the third fastest mon on this team.
As I said, Magmortar is the third fastest mon on the team. But we got some good boys here. There's like some bulky offense kind of stuff going on in a way.
No, I mean, I kind of just wanted to have fun with it. I just drafted mons that I knew I would enjoy using. The only point I didn't do that, because draft went quite slow, I had to work on the... I can't remember if it was this Sunday or the Monday. But I messaged Anzaro, my best friend, and was like, "Yo, can you have a look at the tier list for me and like pick some good stuff up?" And he was like, "Yo, Bolton seems really good for your team. It's a fast electric type." And I was like, "Yeah, that sounds good." And then I got back from work and I looked at my team and I had a Mr. Ryan. So
pranked once again. I mean, you did need a psychic type.
Yeah, and it is good for my team. It's one of my only removers.
One of your only special attackers as well, by the looks of things.
I've got plenty of special attackers.
Oh, I guess Nidoqueen is... Oh, that's true.
Nidoqueen,
they all just have like 80 special attack.
Guzzlord can do it.
Yeah.
Magmortar.
Something that's kind of nice.
Nasty Plot Golbat.
You have that Grassy Surge for Nidoqueen and Magmortar to kind of help out with the bulk a little bit.
Yeah.
So some hits that would necessarily take them out may not.
I drafted Bulu because I knew I wanted a good fairy type. And
a valuable thing, yeah.
I just like using Bulu. I think it's really cool. But Grassy Terrain really is doing a lot for my team as well.
Helps with the bulk.
Yeah.
This is a very good grassy terrain team, and if I scroll over, I can see it's not a very ground resist team. But never mind that. We might be struggling for ground resists and flying resists. Oh god, the only flying resist is Bolton.
Yeah.
That's alright. You gotta...
It's fine.
Steel Golbat. Yeah, there we go, that'll do.
You have Terra Frostlass to kind of hopefully scare them off a little bit.
Yeah.
Terra Frostlass is very scary.
I think my plan is kind of just not really care about what my opponent is doing. And just do my own stuff.
How rude.
Well,
alright.
Ratings then?
Are we doing ratings? What are we rating out of? 10?
Yeah, I guess so. I don't know, I'm the new fucking guy on the block, so you tell me.
You know what? I'm gonna be mean.
Mm-hmm.
Meanish, anyway. I do quite like this team, but there are some big holes in there defensively and also speed-wise, so I'm gonna give it a 6.5.
You know what? I'm gonna bump it up by a single point, 7.5 for bulky vibes.
I mean, I really like this team, right? And
it's cool.
I really think I'm going to enjoy using it, but I can understand that it is not good. So, like, honestly, my rating would be lower than both yours. It would be like a 6 out of 10.
Nice.
But
nice.
I know I'm going to enjoy it, and that's what matters.
That's what matters.
That is what matters.
Alright, next we have
BananaMons.
BananaWalnut. There's a pooper.
People on white.
Poop on
I
white.
think that was picked up in Grace as
It
well,
was,
which
yeah.
is crazy. It wasn't
He
drafted.
smells too bad. No one wants him.
Yeah.
There's a Terra
The other
Aggron
tier
there.
one
That's
is-
pretty cool.
Entei.
No, it is a threatening team. Mainly just because of the Hooper.
Cooper is
But-
there. Do we have webs? We do not have
No.
webs.
I think that's alright though.
It is alright. There is,
I mean,
there is.
you know.
The speed tiers are very nice for this team. We've got a lot of
Yeah.
Yeah.
speedy boys. The defensive lineup is okay. There's nothing like super sturdy that like can take lots of hits repeatedly. You're kind of relying on yieldy Cyclozar to do that.
Mhm.
All of the bulky guys can't heal themselves, but Swampert and Rotomo pair pretty nicely together. There's a
No, I
Weezing
mean-
as well for backup.
So I said it was really good offensively, but I think what this team is really good at is just like versatility, and it actually doesn't have that many big threats. It has the Hooper, obviously. It has the Entei, and Primate can be pretty threatening if you know.
I was gonna say
positioned correctly.
Poltergeist because it can shell
Poltergeist.
smash.
Yeah. But like the rest of it kind of falls in that middle ground of like bulky utility offense, like kind of in the middle of all of them. Like Swampert can do a lot of damage, but it's not going to be doing that all the time, and it's not the best set up to do that. Same with like Aggron, an amazing bulky mon, but like as you say, it's not really got the longevity. So
Yeah.
I think if played well, this team is very threatening, right? You get Hooper in, kill something, right? And then you've got the rest of the team to support that. Yeah, I don't know how well it's supporting it. Seems pretty decent. You've got a lot of flip turns from Swampert.
Things Hooper likes is bulky pivot. We have Swampert who can do that. We have Rotom. Cyclozar can do it as well.
Yeah.
I guess Primate can kind of pivot.
Comfy, there's plenty of pivot.
Oh yeah, Comfy gets U-turn as well, doesn't it?
Some good hazard setup,
looking
hazard
at
control.
the-
Cyclozar is another incredible mon.
Yeah, I was just thinking that. I was like, the spin is very value on this team, so you're not forcing your Hoopa to wear the shoes, so it can actually, feel a little unrestrained in its item slot.
Yeah.
It does have good removal. Looking at the type chart over here, there's another Flying Weak team. I have a feeling that's going to be a recurring thing.
It is just hard to find flying resists, really. It's normally your steel type, because electric types don't really cut it. Right?
Well, they can do.
Some of them
Depends
can,
on the
but
electric
most of them
type.
are
Yeah, a
relatively
lot of them
frail.
can't, yeah.
Rotom, obviously, with the grass type, it's not it.
Yeah, he's not it. Oh, we're also a bit low on ice resists. That's the Aggron being the Terra Captain thing.
Yeah.
But with a few assault vests, that can be overcome, I'm sure.
Yeah, I might have liked to see, because you already have a fighting type. Now, I understand, you're probably doing Iron Press fighting for the Aggron, but I could foresee, like, just kind of being useful to have a second bulky water, like Terra Water.
I was just thinking that. Even over Rock, honestly, rather than fighting. And I feel like Aggron could just be positioned into a better spot defensively with these Terra typings. These feel very offensive,
He knows what he's about.
It's based.
Yeah.
It is based.
You know what that rock's doing.
Yeah.
Mm.
Alright, what do we think?
I'm gonna give it a 6, I think. I really would have liked to see webs on this team to make the Hooper shine. I think this, against a lot of faster things, our speedy boys on this team are not particularly threatening. and I think you might just get blown out the water on a few games, but it can do some fun stuff for sure.
Hmm. I'm gonna say a 7. As I say, it's got everything you want really. Just it doesn't feel like any of it is doing it enough. Like I think it's gonna be very reliant on Hooper to kill things, effectively at least. You've got other threats in there. Swoobat's one that I didn't mention. That can be very threatening, but just I think it struggles to get there.
So we got a 6 and a 7.
Can get.
All right,
We do.
that's enough out of
Whoa.
you.
Yeah, we got a 6 and a 7. So I'll split the difference. I'll say 6. I'll say 6.5.
So our average is 6.5.
Yeah.
Fantastic.
Yep.
All right. Moving on
T-Buster.
to T-Buster.
I like Electrode Hisui Terra. And I'm not afraid
I mean,
It
of
is
it
quite a
is
good
nice.
one.
Yeah.
Very fast bolt beam. You can't really go
Mhm.
wrong with that. Speed tiers are very nice on this team.
Yeah.
It's not struggling with speed at all. Be
It has
gone.
webs too. Not that you need it, but it's there.
To be fair, Webs is very good for what looks like the main character of this team, which is Ceruledge.
Yeah.
Ceruledge really does quite like Webs.
Yeah.
You don't need to rely on a weak armor proc. You can just kind of do it whenever.
No, I think webs are very important for this team as well because it's quite frail.
It
Very
is.
frail, in fact. Your bulk is Bisharp, Tentacruel, Hariyama, Sandaconda. And, out of all those, Tentacruel is the only one that I would really want to be using defensively. Sandaconda as well, but it has, its own.
It is just a Sandaconda.
So, yeah, really nice team, really well-rounded type wise.
Oh, the Terra Captain. So we got Electrode and we got a Behium as well.
Yeah,
That is sure is the guy.
Electricity.
To be fair, Behium potentially with webs might actually be like decent. I don't know if it's too slow.
I think even with webs, you need a scarf, really.
yeah, maybe.
Yeah.
But it is very strong.
It can be strong, yeah. I think, as I say, it's a very frail team, but kind of lacks the support you need, really, to get it in safely. You've only really got the Tentacruel there.
It kind of is like a hyper offense team.
Yeah.
There's not going to be much switching, I think, in this. The way that you'd play it, you'd bring in your a lot of these guys can set up as well, right? So Ceruledge obviously sets up.
Yeah.
Rabombi can Quiver Dance. Chichino can tidy up. Glaceon sets up with Trailblaze and Unlined quite often. Bishop can Sword Dance. Oricorio also Quiver Dances, and Sandaconda can Coil or Scale Shot.
It can do that.
It can. That's the fun way to use Sandaconda.
It is. No, I mean, yeah, it's gonna be hard to pilot, I think. But if it gets going, it's just gonna go, right?
Yeah. It's a bunch of guys. They're gonna press setup moves. Do we have a good rock setter?
We've got Bisharp.
Bishop and
and
Sandaconda.
Sandaconda.
That's almost good. That's probably good enough.
Yeah. Bisharp's honestly, if you're leading Bishop or Bombi, they're powerful enough that you can probably take at least one kill with them if you position it correctly. So it's quite nice.
Very fast, very deadly. It's looking to have some quick games, I think.
Yeah.
Oh, see, I kind of like it. I'm gonna give it a 7.
Yeah. I think it's very coin flippy. So I don't think I can. I think I'd go 7 as well, probably. Yeah, I just see it getting blown out by certain teams.
Oh, absolutely.
I kind of like this playstyle, so I'm actually going to give this one an 8, especially because I'm kind of a fan of having part of your removal as part of setup with Tidy Up and Cinccino. You got a decent spinner and Tentacruel. One thing, though, is part of the rating is, it is looking a bit fighting scary, having your Psychic type be Behem. You do have Rabombi, but it's very low defense, so fighting moves look a little scary for this team, is what I noticed, but I'll give it an 8.
Yeah, I think it just leans into it being very frail. I think a lot of moves are just very scary.
Yeah.
Because unless, Tentacruel Sandaconda can deal with them, there's not
Probably
much else that will be able to.
Next we have Neff Alchemical Flask.
The alchemical flask is here.
There's a Glamora.
There is a Glamora. It's a Politoed as well. Are we using?
Ooh, Politoed. What are we? Oh, I can
There's
see
a
a
little
Basque
rain
Legion.
here.
That's a
Yeah.
good one. There's
That's
Kilowattrel as well.
Yeah.
Both of those as well, just really nice outside of weather.
Yeah.
This is
the best
exactly
way to
the type
do
of weather
weather.
team I like to see. I guess the only thing that it's missing is a good defensive mon to take advantage of that. Defensive bonus from rain, the half from fire moves.
Yeah, the steel type is Steelix.
Yeah.
Mhm.
But overall, exactly what you want to be seeing from rain teams.
I noticed again we're looking at a team that doesn't really have very many defensive options. I wonder if this is going to be a theme.
It very well could be.
We're looking at a bulky Politoed, Steelix, and Swalot. Maybe a Bouffalont if you're feeling crazy.
Whereas
It
your
might also just be a perception issue from our end, because obviously we've lowered the power level a lot this season. So we could be looking at that Steelix and saying, "Oh, that's not very good," but
I mean, against a lot of physical boys, Steelix, that Cinccino up there, no hope getting past Steelix.
you have a lot of really solid win conditions though in Swift Swim, Basque Legion. Obviously, you've got Hawlucha and Serperior.
And we even have terrain to go with that. I just
and
noticed
terrain
there's a
as
Terra
well.
Indeedee,
Yeah. Yep.
which is rather terrifying.
Yeah.
So this is kind of another very offense-laden team. Set up hazards early with Glamora. Then you can go for a rain outlet with Basque Legion or Kilowattrel, or a terrain outlet with Indeedee and Hawlucha.
Yeah.
And then Serperior's here as well. It's pretty good.
Yeah, it kind of forces you into a trap in prep, right? Of
Yeah.
do you prep for one or the other or both? And if you get that wrong, you could prep for both, but then you're weaker against either one that comes.
Could be a lot of explosive turns.
Yeah. We are missing a lot of key types.
Yes, no fire and no fairy is pretty rough.
Could leave you quite open to a lot of teams. But looking at it, I'm not that sad about it, honestly. Obviously, if you go up against one of the scarier dragons, what are you going to do? But there's not
one
too
of the
many.
scary dragons. The what is it, Komodo or maybe Haxorus?
Yeah, yeah, exactly right. That's kind of it. There's the Regidrago as well in.
There is a Regidrago.
You do also have a Terra Indeedee as
Like-
well to kind of help patch that up a little bit.
It is fairy.
Yeah.
But yeah.
As much as Terra Fairy is very good, I still don't like relying on Terra typings as your only, one of a certain type. Because it kind of forces you into that a lot of games. You also have to Terra quite early if you want to use it defensively in that way. Because, let's say you just don't get a chance to get Indeedian, and suddenly there's a Haxorus with a Dragon Dance, killing your team. You have to let something die before you can switch Indeedian. So yeah, it's definitely awkward, but again, looking at the team, I think it knows exactly what it's doing. It's another team that's just gonna play its own game. It's gonna try and just outvalue you by doing its own thing. It's not gonna really care too much about what you're doing. I think that could be said for most of the teams we've looked at so far, really.
It certainly seems like it.
Very proactive.
That's what we like to see.
Ratings?
Right.
Yeah.
I'm gonna give this one a 7.5. I feel like I'm going up slowly.
I actually quite like it. I think if it, I was gonna say if it had those typings, I'd rate it higher, but I don't know what they would really do for the team, because it kind of has all its key monsters at once. So I think I'm gonna give it an 8. I definitely don't think it's perfect, but I like the creativity. I like the traps that it forces you into in threat.
Yeah, no, I do like that as well.
I honestly, so I have, this is my first recording, so I'm probably, giving ratings a little bit more based off vibes. And with that being said,
That's always what it is.
yeah.
Yeah, generally.
I'm gonna give this a solid 9. I really do like this team because it feels like it's weather done right, and that's hard to pull off without being one note. It knows what it's about. Definitely has some weaknesses, but I think just like you were mentioning before, where it almost feels like you have to prep for 2 relatively defined plans.
Yeah,
it's pretty good. Moving on.
Moving on.
Uh-oh.
What's the next one?
Oh man,
Go easy.
this team looks...
Yikes. Yikes. Oh.
Oh
no.
Let's look at it properly.
I do actually quite like this team. There's nothing super fancy here, Like, we kind of just have a bunch of threats stuck together. That's what I'm looking at right now. So we have Meowscarada, who's like one of the fastest ones in the format. Zoroark. Is that a Terra Articuno? No, Terra Revavroom. Well, that's pretty threatening. Arcanine's nice and solid. We're being held together by Blastoise here, I think. Blastoise is probably the and Arcanine actually. They're the team MVPs. They are the glue holding this ragtag bunch of offense together.
Yeah, it just seems like more and more offense, right? Yeah, I mean, it's hard to just. It's just a bunch of good mons. It is a shame that the Articuno isn't Terra.
Honestly, I think that's fine considering we have Revavroom. I think that's very good. I think he can just press the button and end games,
Yeah.
It was one of the things I was fighting when I was thinking of a TCAP. It was between, those two. But ultimately, Revavroom has a lot more value with Terra, as I was advised, and I agree with. So, yeah.
We've got the webs as well, which can be really nice for especially
It is on
extra.
Spidops.
I mean, you've got Rabombi and Galvantula.
Can't have everything. Yeah,
and even they're not amazing.
Hey, there's Vikavolt. That's pretty good.
You know what? Vikavolt is pretty good.
We have the not quite matchup merchant in Gramble as well. He is in fact usable.
No, I like Gramble. I think
You would.
if you can be very creative with him. Obviously, you can just use him as
Oh yeah.
a fairy with Intimidate. You know, it's never bad.
He's going to have Play Rough, Earthquake, and Thunderwave. And
He's got a lot of interesting abilities. A lot of interesting moves. It's fun to play around with. I don't know. I feel like the lack of a fighting type is hurting a lot.
Agreed.
Like Arcanine, Excadrill, you know, obviously both very threatening. But as we've said, Arcanine, we might want to be defensive a lot more than often.
Yes.
And then, you know, having Meowscarada most games, Zoroark Hisui, like, you're going to be just bumping into a lot of steel types.
Dark types as well. We don't have a fantastic way of getting rid of them.
Since we've got you here, how do you feel about changing Articuno Galar for a fighting type?
Not against it. It's something I looked at. One thing that I will, because spoiler alert, this is my team. I like to do themes.
Wow.
But this was kind of one of the times where I was like, I'm drafting purely based off a theme, and then I'll figure the other stuff out later. So I was kind of like in my third or fourth round, and I was like, okay, the entire team is kind of just threats. Like, I have a Blastoise. What else do I need? And that's when I started kind of panic picking a backline. And then I was like, oh shit, I don't have a fighting type. I'll put Terra on Rampardos. That'll definitely be valid one day for
Rampardos' favorite.
This is the
for coming to games.
Terrakion at home, you know. He really is at home, by the way.
Substitute Focus Punch is definitely coming every game for sure. But yeah, it definitely has its flaws. But I think
of all of the just pure like offense teams that we've seen, I do think it might be my favorite, because it's not, you know, it's not doing anything fancy, right? But you know, it's just good mons put together in a way that works. And I think if you can find a way to dance around, you know, the issue with steel types, if you can, you know, just make sure you're in a good position to utilize your overwhelming offense, it's going to be an amazing team.
Yeah. Absolutely. All right.
Out of 10.
Out of 10.
I'm going to go for an 8 again. While I really liked the creativity on Neff's team, I think this is just a really good team. You know, obviously, again, got its weaknesses, but I think, you know, it's hard to beat this offensively, you know?
Let me have it. Let me have it, baby.
You can get a 3.
Oh. Thank you.
No, I'm kidding. I reckon a 7. The lack of fighting type is a little bit rough. It's not the worst in the world, but we also have a lack of stealth rockers. We have Excadrill.
Yeah.
That's something we didn't touch on. Does Reverend get rocks?
No.
It does not. My rocks.
I'm not going to mention Rampardos.
Yeah, I didn't. Yeah. We've got a lot of hazard removal, but we haven't got a lot of ways to set it up. So.
Yeah.
But that's, you know, you can. Yeah. Excadrill might have to not be super crazy if you want to do the hazards. But anyway, that's fine. What are you going to rate your team, Leo?
I think I'm going to give it an 8. I think that's fair. You know, there are definitely some rough things about it, like no rock setters, and like the spike setters being Spidops and Meow, who, you know, if Spite Up's coming, he's gonna click webs more than likely, and Meowscarada is not clicking that shit, or doesn't want to.
No, it can do. It's not the worst in the world.
It's not the worst thing in the world. The reason why I retain the 8 though is I think with Reverum having that ground and that fire, that gives a little bit more breathing room for Excadrill and Arcanine to be defensive or being more like a rock sleeve.
Yeah.
It's not perfect.
I agree.
Yeah, and the dark weakness is a bit glaring. You can definitely feel it with the fact that I've got a Granbull, and probably that's about it. That could deal with something to that effect.
Meow can come in on really weak ones.
Yeah, exactly. But yeah.
With these more pure offense teams, though, I think having weaknesses is a lot more forgivable, right?
Yeah.
You know?
Yeah.
If you see a dark type and you just say, "Alright, I'm gonna fucking first impression at the Spidops," I was trying to find something that you could actually do, but yeah, you might, with the lack of fighting type, you might actually really struggle against dark types.
Yeah.
I think we should move on before I find any more things I don't like about this
Alright,
team.
moving on to ADinoPlays retaining that 8 rating from Fish. We have...
By technicality.
He's gone with a theme team. He's got Dracozolt and Tyranitar. They're dinosaurs.
This team is really cool. I really like this team. You've got the T-Tar, you've got the Sandrush Stoutland, you got the Teramis Magus. You obviously have Dracozolt.
Oh, you missed the Dracozolt. Oh yeah.
That's the obvious one. That's the one you mentioned. You
That's the
T-Tar Dracozolt. That's like the dynamic duo.
Yeah.
Moltres is good in sand.
Dynamic duo. Get it? Because they're dinosaurs.
Alright, moving on.
Cut that from the... Yeah. No, the first thing I noticed about this team, and I don't know why I find it so funny, is we've got no grass type, so to cover for our lack of ground resists, we've got Miss Magus with Levitate and Orthworm with Earth Eater, and I don't know why that's so funny to me, but it really is.
It's one way to do it, you know?
Yeah.
That works. Miss Magus is a fake ground resistor.
Orbeetle is right
if the ground
there.
type decides to click another move. Okay, Orbeetle is kind of bad. It's got good stats. Kind of. And it gets webs. But Bug Psychic is a hella bad typing.
Yeah.
Mm-hmm.
It can do some like bulky setup
with
stuff.
moves.
Yeah, that's Gen 8 one.
Yeah.
This team though actually has a defensive backbone with the Moltres Gastrodon, 2 very sturdy Pokemon. Tyranitar can just eat stuff up. Orthworm can just floor a lot of physical attackers, and Orbeetle is there as well.
Mm-hmm.
And
there is also this fucking dog down at the bottom. That's we're looking at shitty fairy dogs. We got Gramble, who's the okay one, and then we have Dashbun, who's like maybe good against like 2 Pokemon in the whole.
It's good when it's a steel type.
Is that Terra Captain? No, okay, good.
No.
Where's Terra Captain? Dog Trio. That's actually pretty good. I quite like Terra Dog Trio because
Terra Dog Trio is decent. It's one of the only
power.
tier 5 ones you're likely to use.
Or Sandforce.
It's there for speed tiers. Obviously we've not got super high speed on the team, but it's hard to come by this form.
It is. There's not a lot of fast stuff.
It kind
Capping
of
at 110 is okay.
It really is just here for the speed tiers because you've already got a ground and a steel type. But I still don't mind it.
And this is like the team looks like it's lacking speed, but Miss Magus and Tauros are both very good Scarfers. Also, you have the 2 Sand Boys, Dracozolt and Stoutland.
Yeah.
They're quite often going to be very fast.
Absolutely.
Yeah, I really, really like this team.
I think this is my favorite team that I've seen yet.
Yeah.
If I rate it,
No, I think so.
I'm going to give it... Honestly, I can't find too much wrong with it. I'm going to give it a 9.
Going to ratings already. God. But
we have been here for quite a while. We might need to hurry up.
Yes, whatever.
This is team like 6.
Been yapping too much.
I like yapping. No, I do agree though. There's not really much to talk about. It's just really well rounded, really good.
Oh, I found something. No poison type.
Shut up.
No,
Who
because no. That means toxic spikes are a thing. It actually is a little bit difficult to get rid of. You're relying on Moltres, and that's another thing. Removal is kind of pretty bad, actually. That's
It's
just
default
Moltres.
going
No,
on.
I mean-
Okay, there we go. That's why it doesn't get the perfect score. The hazard game is not fantastic. Setting them up is great, but
No. But overall, I think it's just a really
yeah.
rounded team. You've got a good backbone. You've got really good offensive threats as well. Like, this can play like the other teams, I think, with T-Tar, Dracozolt, Stoutland. Just really overwhelming offensively. And then you've also just got a bunch of good defensive tools as well,
It's definitely a much more like multi-dimensional team. It can do more things than just
I really
hit
like
very
that.
hard. Yes.
We heard the 9 from Pooky. What about you, Fish?
Oh, I'm tempted to give it a 9 as well.
Hell yeah.
I do just wish we had a bit more hazard control. But at the same time, maybe we just say, alright, Orthworm's gonna set up rocks and spikes and you're gonna have to be the one that deals with it. If they've got a rapid spinner, maybe you're, less well off, but Moltres is a good mon.
Moltres is a good mon. It's doing very well on this team, I think.
Yeah.
Pooky,
Yeah, I like it.
Pooky's dinosaur favoritism aside, I'm also going to give this a 9 as well. It's a pretty good team. It's not bad.
That actually doesn't come into it, alright? I mean, maybe it does. I quite like Tyranitar.
I love Tyranitar.
Alright. Oh yeah, and we are at the about 37-minute mark, just so you know.
Okay, yeah, we should probably speed this up.
Moving on to...
That's what I'm saying, oh my lord!
We'll be a little bit quicker. Gnomebliterator. There's a Jirachi.
Alright.
It's a Cinderace.
There is a Jirachi. That is a good
It's
mon.
really nice to see Gnome back. He's one of the OGs.
Oh. Ooh, this team. I feel like we've transformed into all of the offense that we've been seeing.
Yeah.
Is not very much here. Where this is a much more like we're slowing the pace down a lot. We still got Cinderace as an excellent speedster.
Mhm.
Raichu's here as well, is decent. But it's a very sturdy team.
A lot of
Two
your
very-
threats as well are a lot more bulky. Breloom, Glastrier. I mean, Jirachi to a certain extent as well.
Jirachi's a nightmare to prep for. That thing can do
Yeah.
anything.
Yeah.
It's also a nightmare to prep because you never know what to bring. But, that's for no one to figure out. No, I like it. Terra Glastrier, obviously, really scary. I've used it before. It's really nice to use.
Such a
It can
huge
get a
bundle
bit-
of stats.
It can get worn down, You're never going to be sweeping with it, really. I mean, you can, but, you have to... Everything has to go perfect. But it's still,
Do we have a Trick Room setter on this team, actually? I don't think we do, unless Jellicent gets it.
Or a Namarith might get it.
I don't
I don't
Guess
think it's
Jirachi
necessary.
probably would.
Oh, probably.
Jirachi would.
I don't think we need it,
I don't think we need it, but we have an Amarysterian, we have Glastrier, potentially even Banded Donphan or something.
Mhm.
There are options for Trick Room.
Yeah.
Let me just try and find someone.
While you're talking about that,
You keep talking.
yeah, what's really nice is there are defensive and especially defensive answers that are very, very solid on this team. Like
Mhm.
Jellicent is a very solid typing, I feel like.
I think Jellicent's really value this.
Ooh.
Mhm.
this
It also does in fact get Trick Room, so Jirachi gets it, Jellicent does get it. That is
Oh.
an angle that I quite like.
Yeah. I kind of just like the bulky balance offense sort of play style of it. Cinderace is going to be a really good cleaner, a really good just pivot. Court change obviously amazing as well.
Yep.
And then you've got your just pure defense with Jellicent. Donphan as well, really good for removal. And then as well, once they've like chipped down the team. You've got Glacier to just come in, take hits, just kill everything, and yeah, I like it a lot.
One thing I will say is, if we're looking at the speed, we've got a Raichu there. We can get, like, I'm guessing a Scarf Breloom, but then the speed kind of
Yes,
falls off
the
a cliff.
speed it drops off very quickly. Our top end is pretty good. Like,
Yeah.
this is the bare minimum of speed tiers. Also, Skuntank does not really want to be running max speed,
No.
so that is a flaw of the team. And
I think though it knows what it's doing.
yeah, you can't exactly say it's slow with that Cinderace there either. So
Yeah.
It's probably more designed to take hits, with this bulky offense team and a Wish Pass Jirachi more than, focusing on outspeeding things. But
Yeah.
What do we think?
I like it a lot. I'm gonna give it an 8. Yeah, I think it's just a really well-rounded team. I think, yeah, just good.
I'm gonna give it a 7. I think I would have liked to see a little bit more bulky pivoty style things, because Jellicent, Donphan, and Amorous, all of them cannot pivot. Cinderace might find it difficult to enter on quite a lot of occasions, and I think it is quite important for this team.
Mm-hmm.
So, dock a couple of points for that, but it does look solid for sure.
I'm also going to give it a 7 just because of the speed drop and because, I think it's primarily that. We do have Court Change and we do have Spin on Donphan, but as you just mentioned, it's a little tough to get Cinderace in, so I'll give it a 7. Who we have next is Green Croagunk.
There's a frog there.
There is a frog, it's not a Croagunk. Or a Toxicroak.
There's a
So that is a Gamon.
Oh, I like this team. I really like this team.
It's got Passimian on it.
It's a bunch of fat
It has got
bastards
Passimian on it. It's one of my favourite mons. I
can see the Tangrowth Melodic combo.
I think this is my favourite team I've seen so far.
Oh.
And it's very much a team that I would draft.
We're about halfway. So he might say it again. But
I might say it again.
Yeah, you might. But it is good.
Maybe. Who knows? But no, I really like it. Plenty of pivot. Really good bulky pivot as well. As we were just saying, that's really nice for teams with big threats like Darmanitan and Greninja. Whoa!
Yeah.
That's some power, Speed is
not
a
the
bit weird.
best. Yes.
Like, all the way up to, 95, our speeds are really nice and spread out. And then we go straight to 120, which, isn't the biggest deal, but it is going to mean that a lot of things, that are relatively fast. I say relatively fast, quite fast, But, that Cinderace, for example, that's just going to be able to go adamant.
Yeah,
right?
That Raichu is also able to go adamant, Which...
But anything like that is going to be, obviously
modest.
Hitting a lot harder.
Yes.
But at the same time, Melodic Tangrowth is an insane core for bulk. And then Darmanitan as well is incredible for just cleaning games, weakening teams. It's one of my favorite breakers.
Right on with
Dragalge Fortress are also there as like a kind of other defensive core.
I'm just going to say right on without Terra is a little unfortunate. We are also missing a fairy type, which is also a little unfortunate.
Yes, both the Terra captains are fairy.
That's true.
Yeah. Again,
but
not my favorite to rely on Terra for fairy.
Well, we also don't have very many fairy resists. We're looking at Darmanitan and Fortress. Now,
well, the good thing is Fortress is coming at every game because our other hazard removal is Honchkrow.
Yeah.
That's a wow. Yeah, the hazard game. Now that I'm looking at it, okay, we have Greninja. Does Dragalge get Toxic Spikes? I think it does.
Probably.
I don't mind the hazard
And there's
game.
a Fortress.
Fortress is coming every game, so it doesn't matter too much.
There you go. Yeah, he gets it.
It's alright. It's... Fortress is very important, probably. Because the regenerator... Well, only one has regenerator. Melodic feels like it has regenerator sometimes. They can get worn down if they keep stubbing their toes on things.
Mm-hmm.
Yeah,
Right.
they can.
But it looks like a fun team. I do quite like it. The speeds are a bit shonky, and I kind of wish we had a little bit like another remover would be nice.
No, I do think I would like to see another remover, but I really love this team.
It's a little on the ground weak side, but there is a
Who
tank
cares?
there.
You got a Tangrowth.
There's a Tangrowth and a Melodic. That probably got it.
You're gonna
In
bonk
terms
him
of
with the
ratings,
Greninja.
I do actually quite like it. I'm gonna give it. I'll give it 7.5. I reckon.
I wish I
Not bad.
could give it a 10. Because I love it. But no,
It's
it gets a
not
9.
biased.
It's mainly just because I think it's cool. But I do think it's a very
Fish
threatening team
seal
as
of
well.
approval.
I think I'm
Big
gonna-
stamp on the screen.
Okay,
do that.
if you didn't see Persimmon, what would the score
If I
be?
didn't see Persimmon, 8.5. No,
Okay.
I don't think Persimmon's like really throwing the rankings too much. As much as I love it, I just think I really like teams like this, where you've just got big bulk. You can pivot out of them into those big threats, like Darmanitan and stuff like that. I just love it.
I think
Yeah.
I am going to give it a 7, just because I feel like there are some pitfalls that are a little hard to ignore. It is a cool team. Terrahoopa is insanely strong.
Yeah, we didn't even touch on that.
Yeah, but
Yeah, that's pretty good.
I'll keep it at a 7 for myself.
Some big boy shadow balls coming out.
All right, moving on to Gangster Samurott.
He's got a Samurott.
He's got
Does have a
Samurott.
Samurott. That's a pretty, and it's
Nice
like
theme
kind of a
team here.
gangster. Yeah. This team, as expected of Gangster, honestly, I think it's pretty good.
Yeah.
It's got a lot of speed. It's got some good defensive options. It's got a lot of threats.
The speed tiers are beautiful.
Oh, that's beautiful. aren't they?
Yeah, it's pretty.
That just
There's a line.
makes my
There's a
brain
line
tingle.
noon, so he's got the cool points as well.
He's also got really solid, flying resists for Buzzwall's entry. That he probably will bring. I feel like so.
That's quite a good mon.
Yeah, so that's important.
Yeah, they really are not like looking at that type chart. We're a little weak to dragon, but it doesn't really matter. You're weak to dragon in this format, honestly. There's a Tinkerton there anyway.
And
And there's a fairy Rhyperia. Good luck getting through that, Mr. Haxorus.
it ain't happening.
You also
It's
have
not happening.
I mean, yeah, Rhyperia is terrifying.
Gotta find something bad to say about this team, otherwise,
Um,
I'd have to give it.
I mean, again, removal is not
got a
amazing.
Delmise, a Rotom, and a
And a Noivern.
Noivern. And an Espeon for Magic Belts. That's pretty good, Fish.
My problem is, I think Delmise is good, right?
That's great.
Delmise is a nice spinner, but Rotom,
You're not a fan
I
of
think
the
you're
fridge.
trying to avoid bringing Rotom Frost whenever you can.
That's what Noivern's there for.
I don't think Noivern's really what you want to be bringing as your remover either, He has the options, which is really nice, but I just think that you're lacking that mon that you're yeah, okay, I can bring this. I'm gonna use it to remove things, and it feels.
Personally,
good
I'd
to
say
bring
that's
that.
Delmise, but
Yeah, no,
Sure.
I think you're right.
We should talk about the obvious.
Maybe I'm a bit too harsh on it.
We should talk about the obvious strength of this team, which is you have Samurott Hisui to set up those spikes with Ceaseless Edge to get kills for Buzzwole that may not normally be kills as well.
Yeah.
potentially.
In theory,
In
when
theory.
Ceaseless Edge actually hits.
Yeah.
So, you know, with that's the bad thing about this team. So Samurott is actually a fraud. It actually doesn't really
The
do
mono
anything
player.
at all.
Oh no.
Come on, you know, we're not doing personal attacks here. You know? Only on people in this call right now.
We're literally rating their teams.
Yeah, I'm gonna rate this one pretty damn highly.
Yeah,
I'm gonna give it a 9 because Ceaseless Edge will miss, and that's the bad thing about this team.
Oh man. I don't know. I'm struggling to find things I don't like about this team.
Darn it.
There are mons that I personally don't think are very good, but I know that they can be used very well by other people. Yeah, I think I'm gonna give it a 10. I think if
Whoa.
there's a 10 to go out, it's to this kind of team.
That's very fair.
Yeah. Not bad. Yeah, I'll give it a 9 as well.
Yeah, good job, Gangster. Jeez.
About time.
No.
I'm kidding.
Yeah, not bad. And we like Terra Rhyperior. That's also pretty solid.
Yeah.
He's very good. Look at all those stats.
All right. Moving on to the roundest Rowlets.
The roundest
Ew.
relics. There is no owl here at all. 0 out of 10.
No Dissentai.
Yeah.
Lame.
Team
We have
sucks.
3 psychic types.
Yeah.
Do you have
Oh
three
wait,
psychic types?
there's a Grumpig. 10 out of 10. Amazing team.
The normal type is Dunsparce.
That's fine. That was actually not horrible. I would have picked it in my team.
Yeah.
So we
I
have
always
the
struggle
dragon.
to rate Dunsparce.
The
We have
dragon
Como.
is here. That's a good mon. Inteleon is also here. This team has some very speedy threats, I've just noticed. Ogerpon, Archeops, and Inteleon are all quite scary.
Yeah.
Bronzong.
Como is definitely why you put Terra Fairy on things this season.
Yeah.
To be honest.
We were dancing around because we were like, oh, what scary dragons are there actually? It's like, there's
And a lot of scary dragons, but there are a lot of scary fighting types. That's what you run in
Yeah.
Terra Fairy for.
yeah. But
Unless
Kamo is
you're Leon, in
probably
which
top
case
of the
they're
food
up there.
chain.
I'm more thinking to be able to hit it.
Yeah, that's true.
Yeah.
Because the more fairy moves you have, the less happy Como is. But, I mean, I think we all know how good Como can be.
It's pretty good.
Yeah.
Pheasantipity is here, is reliable. The bulk of this team is a little... There's
I
some
don't know.
very solid pieces here.
You'd be
Like-
surprised, I think, at how bulky Pheasantipity is. Same with Incineroar.
I've played against it enough, I'm not surprised anymore. I hate that stupid bird. It never dies.
I love it. I think... No, I mean, I think Incineroar, Bronzong, and Pheasantipity are really nice defensively. And they can all put out decent damage as well in return.
Surprisingly, on Pheasantipity's case, it's got 70 special attack, but those Moonblasts hurt for some reason. I don't really know.
It's because of the toxic that they give you.
Yeah, that's fair. Toxic.
There is, so, you got Fez, Bronzong, Incineroar, which is like a pretty decent, bulky pivots, but you have no removal. There's Claydol is the spinner. Unless I'm missing something.
That is, yeah.
That
is very true.
I think Archeops defogs.
Lol.
Oh, yeah?
It doesn't, but...
Yeah.
Yes, this team is a little hazard weak. That is a good point. Because we don't really want to bring Claydol.
No, not really.
Also, having Claydol as your ground type is a little iffy.
I think I rate Claydol more highly than other people do, but it's still, you don't want to be bringing it every game. It's not the most reliable.
It's very passive, is my problem with it.
And I think, just the amount of psychic types makes it worse as well. I don't think we've spoken enough about how good this team is offensively.
True.
Like, We
Oh, it's
just
pretty good
completely
offensive.
glazed over that Terra Inteleon right there. You know?
with
I
flying.
That
mentioned
is-
it.
Did you? That's fair enough. Not enough.
Terra Inteleon is a really good. It's incredibly fast. It's very strong.
I think this is, like the previous teams we've seen, very good hyper offense. It's got those defensive mons. I think it might be better without them, though. Realistically.
Yeah, there are a
I think
couple of
Incineroar
things.
fits well into what it wants to be doing.
Yeah, I like Incineroar and Fez. I think
Yeah.
Bronzong is fine. The Claydol and the Dusk Noir is what I have.
Yeah.
I'm like, you could probably make them a little better. But Claydol is also the only remover, so I would be a little hasty to replace it.
Yeah.
But honestly, I serviceable team for sure. I like it. It's got some fun stuff and a Grumpig.
I do think, like Claydol, I don't know where else you could fit a ground type into this team that spins. I haven't looked at the board, but I mean you have Archeops and Inteleon.
Sandslash.
Someone took Donphan.
Yeah. you have Archeops and Inteleon, and two of the Terras are still weak to electric. So that is something to consider. I mean, you have a couple.
Oh, there's a Toad Scroll. That's a ground type that spins.
Yeah, but then Ogerpon.
Anyway.
As Tobias would say, famous real mon.
Yeah, but definitely a lot of threats. What are we
yeah.
thinking? For ratings.
I'm gonna give it a
thinking-
7.5.
I think 7. Again, I think it's a very good offensive team. I think when it gets going, it's going to get going. It just lacks a lot of the. Maybe I should bump it down then. I don't know. I'm going to go 6.5. I think once it gets going, it's going to be incredible. But a lot of these mons don't really synergize with what it wants to be doing, I think. Yeah. It's hard to say.
This team makes me a little nostalgic to the first time I played Draft, which was just like, just a bunch of threats, and
It's a
then
few months ago,
Yeah.
idiot.
yeah, I'm getting sentimental already. I'm gonna give it a 7. Bump it up a few more points if you get some removal, and maybe
Yeah.
a better ground type potentially, but
Your Grumpig's a ground type.
lol. Anyway, moving on. We
I was serious.
Aschente,
Who's this?
Milwaukee Mowiles.
Milwaukee Mowiles. We have Kelio, that's a good mon. Oh, and Thunderous, that's a good mon.
That's like a classic.
I
right
beat
there.
my teeth off.
Huh? And Aegislash. Hey, we're going very top heavy with this team.
Yeah. Then you see Eldegoss
Jeez.
and Sliggoo Hisui.
Don't look at them, alright?
Tauros
And the non-Terra
Paldea
Colossal.
Blaze is sick. I'm a fan of that.
It's very good.
Yeah.
Yeah. Having just gotten my shit rocked by it, definitely threatening. It can do a lot of things you might not expect as well.
Intimidate is a good ability.
Yeah, it gets Will-O-Wisp as well.
It does get Will-O-Wisp, it's a fire type.
Walk up sets as well, really, really threatening.
It gets Trailblaze too, right? Like bulk out Trailblaze, and it's got Terra Grass. If I'm not mistaken.
It does have
Yeah,
Terra
Trailblaze.
Grass on there.
Something it could
I'm not sure about the Trailblaze, I'd have to check, but
Yeah.
I think it does. Most like four-legged guys get Trailblaze.
yeah.
It would be interesting.
No, I mean, yeah, it's
Grass
a
to
really
kill water types,
threatening
but-
team. There are a lot of mons on here that are,
Not real mons.
Yeah.
That would be my main criticism. I feel this team has a very strong top end, but the bottom end is quite lackluster. Like Sliggoo, Eldegoss, Lanoon, and Colossal kind of are not very threatening. Lanoon is a Terra Captain. We did see it do some quick feet stuff to its facade, which is pretty cool.
It's cool.
But it still only
I don't
has
think it's-
70 attack,
70,
yes.
Yeah.
So, and you probably would want to bring the Tauros as the Terra Captain.
Yeah. Our removal as well is in our lower tiers. Colossal and Braviary, right?
I mean, Eldegoss does also get spin.
Whoa.
But then
Okay.
you'd have to bring Eldegoss.
Yeah. So. Yeah, it's. I mean, I can't say that it's bad. I just got
Yeah.
owned by it. But, yeah, I think it's going to be very. I mean, we did see aschente do a lot of interesting things week 1 with low tiers. So that's definitely like, throwing a wrench in the whole, just prep for the high tiers and just,
Yeah.
But, it's still a case of, even if the low tiers come, they're not as good mons. So if you've not prepped for them, it's not as impactful.
Yes.
So, very threatening team. Definitely has weaknesses, but who can argue with Aegis Slash, Keldeo, Terra Taurus,
Yeah,
Thunderous, yeah.
It's pretty good. All the speed kind of hovers around the same area though, which
Yeah.
is kind of interesting. Like I feel like
Yeah, I know.
Braviar is going to be scarfing a lot, which I guess is fair. It's probably what it's normally going to do, but
Yeah. The speed, we're going to be relying on the choice scarf item quite a bit with this team,
Yeah.
I feel,
Yeah.
which is alright because Keldeo, Thunderous, Tauros, Roserade, and Braviary all make good scarfers.
Yeah. No, I mean, yeah, I think this team has already shown that
Yeah.
it can be very threatening.
Even though it only has 7 Pokemon on it. But that's alright.
what are we thinking then?
I'm going to give it a 7 out of 10, 1 for each Pokemon.
I'm glad we have the tough judge, because I'm the nice newbie, What do you think, Fish?
No, I mean, it feels disingenuous giving it a lower rating because as I say, I just got absolutely owned by it. But I do think that 7 is a fair rating. As much as they're very powerful threats, there are a lot of mons that are just kind of not going to do much.
Yeah. I feel like I'm going to do 7.5. I feel like if there was some way, I know Tauros Blaze is good as a Terra, but if there was some way to make Colossal the Terra, since it's probably your primary removal and spinner, might make it a little bit more balanced, but yeah, 7.5 is what I'll say. Because Keldeo and Thundi T, that's pretty solid, but a little top heavy. Moving on to Rayan.
Weenie Juniors.
Yeah, Weenie Jr.
Alright, what we're looking at here.
Vikavolt.
Vikavolt's there. And we have a Terrakion. That's pretty good with webs.
And Primarina.
That's less good with webs.
Hey man.
No, Primarina is very good though.
Decent
We
speed
have a good fairy type, which is valuable.
Yeah. I'm not the biggest fan of these Terra types. Or Terra Captains, I should say.
Oh yeah.
I'm not 100% sure what else you could do with the mons that you've got. Like, you can maybe go Terra Serena, but I don't know if that's any better than the Delphox.
I quite like the Terra Delphox, honestly. It's nothing amazingly exciting, but I think it's just solid. Like, Delphox is pretty fast, it's pretty strong, and now you can give it good coverage, you can make its fire moves extra spicy.
Yeah, no, I mean, I say that. I'm not saying that Delphox
I'm not sure
is...
if we need the fairy here. We already have 2 fairies on this team. I wonder if it would have been better to go Psychic again, or maybe Grass, just to flip some more weaknesses.
I'd have to look at its
That would
coverage.
be my criticism.
I think you want something that'll cover what it can't hit.
Multi-water types.
Yeah.
Yeah.
So maybe you're right with Grass.
That's generally what fire types want to do, but that is a little one-dimensional. But Fairy Terror isn't exciting anyway, so
Yeah. What I mean though is it's not like this overwhelming threat from the Terra Captains, right? They're definitely not bad. I think Chimecho can actually see some use as well. I think Chimecho is pretty decent.
It's got a solid support move pool and actually serviceable stats.
But
with Levitate as well.
It's not a Glastrier. It's not a,
No.
you know, it's not one of the ones that you should be really looking out for when you see Terra Captain. Yeah, I think we've touched on that enough though.
I think Vikavolt and Klefki gives this team a lot of utility options, which are very valuable behind pretty solid breakers like Primarina and Terrakion. And you have Defog and Crobat. Obviously, Crobat's a really good speed tier in itself. It can plot. You've got Spin with Serena. That's also good.
Yeah, this team's utility is very, very good. To me, it looks like you've got all of these utility players. They're going to each be doing their own job and setting up a win for either Terrakion or Delphox. It's my vision of this team.
Yeah.
But
no, I do quite like it. Yeah, there's not the most offensive pressure.
Yeah. I think that is
the team supports.
Yeah, we could do with a little bit like. We have a lot of strong guys, but there are a lot of slower things, like Serena, Primarina, Vikavolt, all very strong, but they often run bulkier sets, and so you might be lacking, like in a game where either Delphox or Terrakion isn't very good, it's probably not going to be too many, but there will be some, you might be struggling for some damage, but there's a lot of hazards on this team, and you can definitely play a longer game, so I think it's pretty good.
Yeah. Yeah, I think the Kangaskhan, this is an ancient tech. I feel like I haven't seen it in forever.
Big
but
Kangas.
I remember Kangaskhan and you know things like that used to be really, really good in the older days of GDL because they were just these bulky wish passers. And I actually think that really helps this team out a lot because a lot of your bulky ones can't heal themselves, but they've got a lot of longevity, like a lot of just you know.
Yeah, it's a good
they've got a very threatening presence. So Kangaskhan to heal them up could actually be very, very nice, I think.
Yeah, the general like Pokemon quality here, I think is quite high.
Yeah.
There's nothing on this team that I would say is dead weight, which is pretty good.
Yeah, that's really nice. A really nice quality to have.
What do we think with ratings?
I like it. I'm gonna go an 8. Yeah, it just none of the mons, you know, feel like you never bring them, and I think it's gonna struggle to break things, especially if one of Terrakion or Delphox goes down. But I still really like it.
I think I'm gonna second that 8. Like copying Fisher's reasonings. On the defensive side, I did just have a look at that. Flying again is scary, and water potentially is scary. We do have a good water and a good grass type, but it is just those two. And like, maybe water's not that bad actually. Now that I'm looking at it, it just the 2 is yellow, so it draws my eyes to it. Yeah, no, okay. I think it's a good team. I'm gonna give it an 8.
Terrakion being the rock type, Vikavolt being the electric type, and kind of mitigating that flying weakness is a little stinky. But I think I will give it an 8. I also like the fact that, well, I don't like the fact it's
Ripple 8.
It's rough, but there's, you know, a fair amount of like T-wave spam as well, which I feel like may come into effect at some points where
let's go.
Yellow magic happens and opens up the
Yellow
game
magic
for one of the boys, you know. It's a little slower.
It's like setting up webs, but different.
Yeah. All right. Moving on to Xander. Lowlands Lycanroc.
There's a
That's a Terra Belly Bolt. I like that.
I
like Belly Bolt.
That's a big boy.
Editor's note: that thing fucked me up. I didn't bring the mole, and I lost. PSA: it's good mon. There's a clown there, and that clown is very strong. And Zaru's
that clown is very
strong as well.
Very threatening mon.
Yeah. Big stats on, you know, a couple of these guys. Or I guess what should
Zaru is here.
I-
Big stat monkey.
Yeah.
I'm gonna sound like a broken record saying this, but this is very, very similar to the last team we just saw. Of very good supporting cast of mons. More on the defensive side, with the Belly Bolt, Corviknight. But again, your
Easy.
only offensive mons are Blacephalon, Zarude, like overwhelmingly offensive. Even Zarude can be more supportive in a way.
I think you
but
gotta
then
respect
there's a lot
Stormy,
of
though.
there's a lot of like pretty decent low tiers that can put out a lot of damage. You know, like in Rob Midnight, Terra Carbominable. That's really fun. I don't know
That
if it's
is
good,
very fun.
but
Yeah, no.
it's fun.
Crabominable, he's the funny crab guy.
And Excalibur can actually be pretty offensive with a throat spray. Not sure it's exactly what you want to be using it for, but definitely can be used that way.
It can do it. Got 145 speed, that's very, very high.
Yeah.
And Starmie is there as well. Starmie's an excellent Pokemon. IMO.
Yeah. I think of Starmie as more of a support with Rapid Spin, Flip Turn. But you're right, it definitely can.
It can do kind of both of them in a way.
Yeah.
That's why I think it's so good. It's just like a fast utility guy who can also switch and have very threatening coverage.
I personally know how good Bellybolt can be for just killing things out of nowhere unexpectedly. That Electromorphosis is just so, like, people never expect it. And even if they do, they always underestimate the damage.
It's hard to play around.
Yeah.
Because you want to not hit it.
You just want to puke on it. With
Way to kill Bellybolt is to poison it.
Yeah.
Watch it die.
Yeah.
Slowly.
It's also nice that, obviously there's a Terra Water, because, when I was prepping against this team, I kind of jumped the gun on it, but, Terrafire Reverum felt like it could have a field day a little bit, because I see once Starmie's gone, because we don't respect Whiscash, but once Starmie's gone, looked pretty good,
Yeah.
Put slander on his name. Where's the Terra Whiscash? I want to see some Terra D.
We've got
Whiscash.
way too many cool low tier Terras. I think Crabominable's the coolest one.
Yeah, that's fine, I guess.
But yeah, no, Wheezing Galar, very, very interesting utility there. You never know when it might come into play with shutting off abilities or, setting up terrain of some sort. I like Starmie.
It's gonna levitate.
It's gonna levitate more than likely, but
That's usually what it does.
I like that Starmie is bulky enough to. Well, we talked about how strong fighting types are in this format. It's kind of nice to have, a psychic type that won't immediately die. Like, if it's going to run bulky, it can switch into a move and then threaten it back immediately with a psychic. That's not, no value. Also, you got Wheezing Galar as well to sort of deter away those strong fighting types in the tier to help out your Zarude. So that's pretty good as well. And then, of course, you have the ever-reliable Corviknight. And when it's
pain in the ass.
When it's scared of the thunder moves, you just send in the bolt, the electric moves. But what do we think overall? Because I know we got to wrap this up pretty soon.
I'm gonna give it a 7.5. The Whiscash being the ground type is a little rough. We do have some good electric resist in the Zarude and the Bellybolt, but Bellybolt is quite likely to Terra off of being an electric type. And then you're kind of relying on Zarude. If the electric type can deal with the monkey, then we might be in a little bit of a pickle. Oh no, there's a Drampa there. I forgot about you. Sorry, buddy. That's not too bad, actually. Yeah, no. I think it's a solid team. I think like Fish, I would have liked to see maybe one more, like, super offensive guy, but I think Blacephalon, Starmie, Zarude kind of get the job done.
I think, as I say, very similar to Rayan's team, but I like the structure of it. This is Xander's team.
Is it?
Yeah, it's Xander.
I thought we already did Xander.
No, we did Rayan. This is Xander's.
Oh, whoops.
But so similar to Rayan's team, I really like.
Oh yeah,
it's very similar to Rayan's team, and I much prefer the structure of it. I think it's structured in a lot better way, but I think the mons just kind of fall short there's definitely some good ones, but there's some real stinkers as well. I think, you know, it's very unlikely that a lot of, you know, half of these mods are coming to more than 1 or 2 games.
That's fair.
So I think I'm gonna have to give it a 7. I really like what it's doing though, and I really like Terrabelly Bolt.
I am going to actually give it an 8. I like this team quite a bit. Good removal options, really strong breaking, some nice bulk, good stats. Plus he's got, you know, the mascot on it with the Lichen Rock, so you gotta respect that.
Yeah, I know.
But moving on to Maverickean, Bradfield Blazers.
Mm-hmm.
There's Mr. No Switch-Ins himself at the very top, the dog.
There he is. Big dog.
Yeah.
And we do have some reasonable pivots into our big dog friend. We have Uxie, we have Rotom Wash, the ever reliable, and we have Cobalion as well.
Yeah, Decidueye.
Decidueye as well, that's true. And if you're feeling spicy, Golem can also do it.
That's technically
At the cost of 1 Golem.
so nothing at all.
Exactly, that's why it's fine.
Yeah.
Something that I dislike about this team, is the Sneasel. I am not convinced this is the best mon to have. Cobalion is doing the fast fighting type job quite well already, and Sneasel is basically just a speed tier here. Like, it's a little redundant. And
We're
which
missing
is
a
annoying.
lot of types. I think Go-Go, you can say the same about Go-Go as well, honestly. I think
also true. Non-Terra Go-Go. You never bring Go-Go when there's a Decidueye. It's just better.
You know, we're missing Ground, Dark. Dragon's not as important.
Yeah, we don't.
Not very many
Dragon's
dragons.
not, but Ground and Dark, I would say,
Yeah.
would be a wonderful addition to this team.
Yeah.
Looking at our Ghost resists, so we have a Dunsparce, which is fantastic. But if he wants to Terra, then we then have 0 Ghost resists, which could be a problem.
Yeah.
Yeah.
And I was gonna give the negative first, but I'm gonna give a little bit of a positive.
Hell yeah.
Just in the sense that, you know, Rotom Wash Cobalion, a lot of value between those two mons, just right away. And you've got Uxie as well, like good removal, good hazard setup, and crippling if needed.
I think I really like the pivots and the support mons on this team. I think there's a lot of good support for mons that just kind of aren't there. You've only really got Arcanine.
Yeah.
Yes.
And you know, obviously Arcanine is really good, and that's going to tear teams apart. But as soon as that goes down, as soon as you slip up once, or if there's a fire resist, you know, God forbid somebody brings a water type. What's the plan? You know, it's like, do we bring offensive Decidueye then? We've got Golem, Terra Captain.
Chiakazing.
But I don't know if that's. Yeah, it's tough. Like, obviously there's other things that can do damage, but yeah, we're missing that second, maybe even third mon that can really take advantage of all this like overwhelming support that we've got going on, which is just incredible.
It is a really good support package. Very nice.
Tornadus is also there. I think it was Pooky who said it. I think Sneasel's the fraud, personally. And if you were going to make a change, it would be trying to find something that has a decent amount of speed and adds to the threat.
There's something positive to say about Tornadus here. All of those teams that we were talking about with no flying resists.
He's gonna eat well.
Here's your boy to take advantage of it. So he is the second kind of like carry on this team
No,
of
yeah.
Arcanine.
You are right. Yeah.
He is not the most reliable. He's frail. His moves miss a lot, and he doesn't have the best coverage in the world. But it's still pretty solid. I do think one more little tweak up to that Sneasel, although the issue is it's a nice speed tier. But maybe we can change Go-Go to do some magic. I don't know.
Yeah.
Anyway. I'm going to give this team a 6.5 because I do really like the support core, but it could do with a little bit more. There's a couple of redundancies that could be ironed out in a way.
I'm going to be quite harsh. And
Oh boy.
it's fine. He's our friend. No, I think, as I say, there's an incredible shell of a team, but there's just not the mons to utilize that shell, right? So I'm gonna rate it a 5.5, but I think with just 1 or 2 transactions to get those threats, it shoots up immensely, right? It's just at the moment, it's it's like the frame of a Ferrari with like a bicycle inside it, you know?
Bicycle.
We were this close to greatness.
Yeah.
Yeah. It does feel like that. It feels like 1 or 2 changes, and this could really be just a very solid team. Like there is the framework for something really well here. I think I'm gonna give it just a 6 again. But yeah, see some potential maybe with a change in threats. But moving on to the last 2 teams, we have Nebula to start. Cairo Kyrians.
Oh, we're finally at the end.
Okay. Oh, Nido King, my beloved.
We're gonna try to hit an hour and a half, so we've got 9 minutes.
9 minutes. Okay,
Yeah,
right.
yeah.
Speed rating.
Yeah.
Ogerpon, pretty good.
5, move
Goes
on.
bonk. Araquanid, webs. That's nice. Terra Jolteon is actually really good.
Yeah.
That's horrifying.
I
So fast.
don't rate it as much as other people, but it is a threat. Obviously Bolt Beam 130 speed. It's very nice. I think it's very predictable though in what it does. It's very frail. But that's not saying it's bad at all.
Yeah. Flamigo is hiding there. I think Flamigo is very good.
No, I think Flamigo
It's
is
another very solid flying type that
very
a lot of
underutilized.
fighting flying is an incredible type combination.
Yeah.
And
Scrappy as well is amazing to have.
yeah,
I feel like a lot of people forget about that. Nidoking, incredible breaker. We've just got a lot of really kind of niche offensive threats, right? Normally when you think of offensive threats, you think of like fire types, you think of, fighting types. Obviously we've got the Flamigo, but that's not one that
Nidoking's a ground type, dude.
use. Yeah, Nidoking's a ground type, but I feel like it's more niche than that as well because it's got so much coverage.
It does have a lot of coverage. And it is good
I
in
feel like
web.
this is a team that is just going to be like really nuts because it's using a lot of types that people don't have a lot of tools for, right? You've got Ogerpon Cornerstone for that really powerful rock attacks, Nidoking is just coverage out of, every orifice it has.
His bottom.
Yeah.
And his ears as well.
You can say Arthol.
I'm gonna make the element in the the elephant in the room right now. No fighting type here, and also your steel type is Probopass.
There's a Flamigo right there.
Flamigo's a fighting type.
Sorry, fire
There's
type. Fire
Yeah.
type. And and your steel type is Probopass, which it definitely can do things, but
Yeah.
No, that's true. That is a negative.
Yeah.
also your water type.
I do think
I
Probopass is pretty fake.
guess you have water bubble.
Terra Probopass is pretty good, I think. That's definitely some.
It's not awful.
His worst quality is his typing. His second worst quality is his attacking stats.
I guess you're right, yeah. I think we get past that just because, again, I think this is a team that's much more positioned to take that offensive role.
Yeah.
It's got a lot of good speed, it's got a lot of good breakers, and it's got some pretty decent pivots as well, and ways to
And there's a
support
random
that
Umbreon as well.
playstyle. Again, I think Umbreon gets Baton Pass, right?
It does
I
get
think that's a
Baton
pretty
Pass.
good pivot, right? It's also going to stop any setup, hopefully, with foul plays and stuff like that.
Good old foul play.
So I actually
Right.
quite like it.
Ratings, we've got to go quick, remember?
Yeah.
I'm going to give it a... 8. That's pretty good, I quite like it. Even though there's no fire type.
I think it probably should be an 8. I'm going to give it a 9. I think it's a really creative team again. I really like the different style of offense it's going for, and by style I mean types. But
I feel like Bramblegast is here because we were like, oh shit, we need a way to remove hazards. That's
it's a good
the
one
vibe
though. Ghost type as well. It's pretty bulky.
Not bulky at all, look at it. 55-70.
You'd be surprised with strength up.
I can't quite make it to an 8 personally. I think I'm gonna do just a 7.5. Just for, I feel like there's just a couple typings that are a little important that are missing here. I mean, you do have the other really good web setter in the game. You got a Araquanid, which is really nice and solid. And you're right. You can Ogerpon C is going to quite literally rock some shit up. But yeah, I just think there's a few things missing, but pretty solid. And then lastly, of course, we have Masterofdankweed.
How much time do we have?
We have 4 minutes.
10 out of 10.
10 out of 10.
Sick. There's Metagross. 10 out
No
of 10.
said.
Good night, everyone.
I was looking at Macargo, honestly.
True.
No, we should do it properly.
Give the man some
Absolutely.
justice.
Yeah.
I think first thing, speeds are they look weird, but I actually think they're pretty good.
Yeah. The top two, Heliolisk is pretty good. It's a piece of paper. But it's pretty good. Grafii is weird. My opinion on Grafii is...
Grafii can do some really funky stuff, but it never really works out.
That's kind of what I've seen. I've never seen Grafii do anything, but
I think
it
that
has a funny monkey.
this team is just going to hit things hard, right? You've got the Typhlosion, you've got the Metagross, you've got the Jugulus, the Tauros, another Terra Tauros, by the way. Warground Dragon is really interesting. I really like those Terras, honestly.
You have 2 Shell Smashers. Granted, one of them can't do it while Terra, but I mean, it's really awesome. You got the Policy Metagross, which I know he likes. You got the Power Meteor Beam.
You also have a good fairy type.
Yeah, Togekiss, yeah. Yep.
Yeah. No, I like it. How's our removal looking? Not amazing at first glance.
We have a Togekiss.
We have a Togekiss.
Does
Alright, how's our buck looking? We have Togekiss.
No.
Okay.
Yeah, removal is a little dicey.
But I mean, Masterofdankweed has always kind of had the playstyle of,
I don't think he's super concerned about having
set up and win. I'm excited to see this Metagross go. I'm excited to see the Jugulus, what he's going to do with that. Torterra, I'm excited.
I want to see some Sun shenanigans, because we've got a Macargo, we've got a Typhlosion, we have a Sunflora, and a Solar Power Heliolisk.
Yeah.
That's what I want to see.
That'd be pretty cool.
No, it's a surprisingly well-balanced team, other than the lack of removal. We've not got the most amazing defensive ones, but
I think we have
usable.
Togekiss, and Metagross is defensive kind
Yeah,
of.
Torterra as well. Again, they're not going to be.
Oh yeah, Torterra actually is
the most amazing options, but they're not bad by any means. Yeah, I like it.
Right. So after talking about it, 10 out of 10.
Yeah, 10 out of 10.
Guys, I don't like this peer pressure. Do we really just give him 10 out of 10? Is this how this works?
Yeah.
Yeah. You got a crowd pleasing,
Yeah, cool. Alright, cool. I'll give him a 10 out of 10 because of Terra Dragon.
And there you go. That is the peer pressure, guys. That's how you do it. That was your pro guide on peer pressure
yeah.
against newbies.
Did we make him?
We made it. Thank you everybody
made
for
it.
watching, and talk to you later. Bye.
Take care.